Hey guys, Fiddleferret here, and welcome back to another manga impression type video. And today we're going to be taking a look at the first volume of Monster Musume I Heart Monster Girls. And as you can see, in typical Monster Musume fashion, we're really hanging right out there. And so this is basically a compilation of short stories, and sometimes more like comic format, like the K-On! Manga is. And they're basically, it's a bunch of different artists, so sometimes with manga like this, I'm not so sure how much, because sometimes the art will really throw me off in stories like this, but I actually found myself really enjoying it with these short stories, mostly because I think I just really like seeing the characters all drawn in different styles. I think this series just lends itself well to that format. And as you can see here, another really cool thing about this release is the fact that it actually comes with some cool, pretty much just little art cards. And so it pretty much just follows the first 3 volumes. So you have like Poppy representing volume 2, Centauria representing volume 3, and then Mia here, obviously, who was on the cover of volume 1. And so these were actually really neat. I didn't realize when I first ordered this that it was actually going to have these in it, and so that's different. And one thing I also liked about this release is that it kept like the color pages on the inside. There are several places where there are color pages, and sometimes releases for some reason will like leave those out. And so for, probably budgeting purposes and the like. And so I didn't like everything about this volume, but I did like most things. I'll talk a little bit about the stories. I've got to say, I really did like how Monaco was in several of the stories, because I actually think she's a really cute character. And that's one of the things that really is good about a series like this, is that it can lend more insight and more just little backstories to some of the characters that you don't really get to see as often. And then it just kind of gives, characters individual spotlights, which is what this really does a lot, because a lot of the times you might get cameos from all the characters in a certain little short story, but at the same time, a lot of the time it's focusing on one character here and there. So there are a couple about Monaco, and then, as you would guess, there's just ones like this that is just absolutely ridiculous, where it's just all about how many times our dear protagonist has touched our monster girl's boobs. So you have ridiculous things like that. You also have a story, so here's some nice short stories here. Color page, that was the words I was looking for. The color pages are really nice. The one about Centauria and the fact that her boobs are always bigger, that one was probably one of the weaker stories, I thought. It was amusing, but it wasn't great. My favorite story was probably this one right here, where it's Monaco and Poppy together, which was a really unexpected pairing. And so they just really lent off each other's humor, and I actually really liked that one. And so obviously you have just a bunch of short stories, and there's some more color pages in here. I can give you a peek at that as well. And you can kind of see the varying art styles. I'll zoom in maybe a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. But the art styles, they change a little bit here and there. And so it's pretty good. So obviously, some of the art styles weren't my favorite, and some of them I liked more than others. I liked an art style like this a little bit better, where it kind of lends a bit more chibi feel to it. I really like those, because I think it just goes really well with a series like Monster Musume. There were some of them that were a bit more realistic that didn't quite seem to fit quite as well as maybe some of the other ones did. And then this is a really badass color page, I thought. Anyway, that glare is awful in my face. But yeah, I thought this was a really cool release, mostly because of the addition of those art cards. That was a really nice touch by 7 Seas. And so if you're a Monster Musume fan, this is just a really good pickup. If you're a Monster Musume fan, you're going to want this. It comes with some cool art cards, and then it pretty much is a lot like the normal series itself, except they're all just little short stories, most of them dealing with humor and, fluid situations, and as one would guess with a series like Monster Musume, and so on and so forth. And so what was nice about this was the varying art styles. I didn't always like the art styles as much, but some of the art styles I really enjoyed. I'm gonna say I liked more of the art styles than I disliked, so that is always a good thing. And then just these art cards were really neat and quite sexiful, if I do say so myself. So anyway, guys, this is Monster Musume, I Heart Monster Girls. It is out right now, and go ahead and support the official releases, and go pick yourself up this. But anyway, guys, I've been Fiddlefair, and I will see you back on the prowl next time. Bye!